Here we're going to talk about sun gazing a little bit. Okay.
What are we standing in?
Well, first of all, this is a vortex, and it's made with granite stones, and its shape, its geometric shape, is very sacred, in that spirals occur everywhere. If you look, if you're looking at a weather channel, right, and you see a hurricane, and you see it forms a spiral. When you're in the ocean, and you look at the waves coming in, the waves will crash down and they'll form a spiral as it continues on into the beach. Tornadoes spin and spiral. And the spiral, in my humble opinion, and it's just a humble opinion, I really think is the bridge between light, which is what we are, from a soul level. We're just energy. And we're going to talk about that a little more in a second. And matter, which is what we are in this dense form, third dimensionality. Matter being, plants, bodies, bone, made from Mother Earth. Another reason why I find this symbol so sacred is when I stare at the sun and I sun gaze. When I stare at it and I really concentrate, it spirals. It starts from the sun and it spirals down and it hits me right in the third eye, right here, which is the sixth chakra, or really the star from within. So because I found that to be such a sacred symbol, I formed two vortexes, or spirals if you will, here at Farm of Life. And it's all in accordance with the practice of sun gazing, which, if you see here, I've taken all the grass out, because with this practice you want to be barefoot grounded on bare earth. And I've formed these spirals. And this one faces east, which is, we're in the morning right now, so this one faces east and spins to the left, which is a very much so a feminine energy, a very grounding energy. The one that faces west is a male energy, and it spirals to the right and spins to the right. That's a very powerful energy. Because raw food is just made from what? Sun, air, water, and earth, right? But you can get those directly from their source without eating raw food. In terms of energy, raw food requires energy, digestion, to produce that energy. Raw food is the best, and it's been made at the frequency of air, water, earth, and sun. But it does require some energy. It robs you of some energy via digestion to create energy. Well, these practices, the practice I'm getting ready to tell you about, sun gazing, doesn't take energy to get energy. Now, you have to start slow, because a lot of us, because we've been inside, houses, or we've been working under fluorescent lighting, we've been wearing sunglasses, which is a major no-no. Some of the two of the worst things are shoes and sunglasses, really, to wear. But when we get those glasses off, and we start at a very low sun, like I was teaching you. You start at a very low sun, barefoot grounded on bare earth, okay? Now, why do you need to be barefoot grounded? Because at an energetic core, we're nothing but electromagnetic energy. The sun is the positive polarity. Mother Earth is the negative polarity. And you're that little battery getting charged in between. Now, you have different polarities on your body. Your head is the positive polarity, or your crown chakra. All right? Your root, negative polarity, all the way down to your feet, negative polarity. You have two halves of your body. If I were to draw a line and just cut you right in half, you have two halves. The left side of your body is the feminine side. It's the negative. It receives energy, okay? The left eye. The right side of your body transmits energy, all right, and is the male energy, all right? So if you're sun gazing and you place a vision or a thought, that energy would come in through the left and it would cycle out through the right side of your body as you're placing a vision or a thought or intention or a prayer into the sun. That is the practice of sun gazing. It is ancient Egyptian. It is ancient Mayan, ancient Aztec. So I would venture to guess that people have done it all throughout time.
Yeah, for sure.
And it really is a very easy practice. Barefoot grounded on bare earth. You don't need a fancy vortex like this. I've just created that here at Farm of Life. staring at the sun, sometimes with the practice too, because we want to use the law of adaptation. You want to strengthen your eyes. At the physical level, you need to get used to doing this. So you start, you get on the internet, wherever you live, and you Google sunrise, sunset, where it is that you live, okay? And you find your two spots. A good tip, parks are really good for this because there's a lot of earth and soil. And same thing with your PM spot. Sometimes they'll be different, sometimes they'll be same. Or sometimes it'll be just really easy and your AM and PM spots are right by your house. But you need to be on earth, gravel, sand, dirt. Okay? Not grass, because grass does compete with your energy. Again, everything's just energy. So the grass is competing with your energy too. So you need to be on this earth right here. And standing comfortably, barefoot grounded, you simply, as the sun rises, stare at the sun. And over time, as you can see right now, we're 9 degrees above the equator, and this is a very high sun.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet, but
and,
you obviously are.
And I don't need to blink.
Wow. How long have you been doing it for?
I've been doing it for 6 years.
Yep. Wow.
And the practice, here's a tool too for everybody that you want to strengthen the eyes. I mean, this takes time. I've been doing it for 6 years, and my eyes have gotten very, very strong to the point where I could see a sun. I actually make a meditation out of it. I do 45-minute meditation in the morning, and sometimes I do 20 minutes to a half an hour in the afternoon.
Wow.
For me, it's just a very strong, energetic practice, and it's very easy for me to see the sun. Now, I worked up to that, though.
Sure.
It's a lot like lifting weights, anything, using the law of adaptation. First, you do 2 reps, and then you can do 4, and then you do 6. Well, this is a little egg timer or a cooking timer. You can get this online. There are different protocols. HRM's protocol, he's a man, Hiromonic. He travels the world and talks about sun gazing. He says start at a very low first hour sunrise, last hour sunset. Start with 10 seconds. And then come out the next day, barefoot grounded on bare earth, staring directly at the sun. Relaxed eyes. Another 10 seconds. And then another 10 seconds. So you're at the first day you're 10 seconds, the second day you're 20 seconds, then 30 seconds, until you get all the way up to 45 minutes.
Yeah, which I think takes 9 months.
Yeah, it takes about 9 months.
Yeah.
His practice is, for me it was weird. I was at about 7 minutes, 10 seconds, and then strange things start to happen when you sun gaze. You start to recognize your higher self a little bit, and there's a voice that kind of comes in, and it just said, stay out here longer, make a meditation out of it. And so I make a meditation out of it. I stay, after that I stayed out for 15 minutes, and then a half an hour, and then 45 minutes, and then my eyes just got generally stronger and stronger and stronger. Everyone has to follow their own intuition with that. A lot of people, HRM's protocol is great because it eliminates fear. A lot of people are deathly terrified of the sun. Deathly terrified of the sun. They're like, oh, because we've been told that if you stare at the sun, you go blind. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're looking at me right now. I have excellent vision, and you will never go blind as long as you start slow, use the law of adaptation, strengthen your eyes. The eyes are a massive receptor of light. There's no possible way you're going to go blind if you're smart about it.
That's right.
With sun gazing, I like it because it develops the pineal gland. So then you can move someone from sun gazing to a closed eye meditation, and they close their eyes, and now they've got a beautiful focal point because they've developed their own star from within, the 6th chakra or the pineal gland. And over time it grows. The pineal gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's when some people, guided by their own intuition now, that's the one thing about sun gazing, is that a lot of times people be like, oh, here we go again, the crazy raw foodist. Because a lot of these sun gazing practices say, after 10 months, you'll never have to eat a drop of food again, or liquid. That's a little silly. If you're guided by intuition to do that over time, wonderful, that's great. Or eating less and less and less. In the 6 years that I've been doing it, in the past couple of years, yes, when I stay out here for, let's say, 30 minutes or longer, I don't require as much food. I don't need as much food to produce energy. Because remember, it's all about energy. So I don't need as much food to produce energy. But for other people, I don't want that to be the ultimate goal. oh, I'm going to stare at the sun so I never have to eat again. That's a little bit silly, and it's a goal, and you shouldn't have goals. Just be in the moment, be in the now, enjoy what you're doing. Another thing about sun gazing is I noticed that it sharpens thought, because we're energy, right? But we're also creators. And we've been made to believe that we're drone bees, that we're just workers.
Yep.
We go to our 9-to-5 jobs, and we come home, and we drink a beer, watch the telly, and then right, and then it starts all over again, and we're moo cows going to the job. We're not. We're creators. We're absolute creators. And the more you become self-realized and you recognize yourself at an energetic core, you know that all you have to do is find that energy. You clean and clear the body out with the raw foods and the colonics and the fasting. You get your body more of an alkaline charge, okay? And then you can stare at that sun so much easier. And when you stare at the sun, you can place an intention or a vision or whatever you want with your life. And when you stare at that sun, you can really focus and concentrate on what you want with your life. You can pray for other people. You can do whatever it is, or you can just completely empty out your mind. And when you stare at that sun, things just start to happen. Things start to happen. And now, I mean, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know we're creators. Because I've put stuff out there, and the faster and better you get, the sharper you get at this, and better you get at concentrating and really focusing, people just come in here. They just, I put it out there, and then, bam, it happens. It happens. I put it out there, and you're a part of that, right? We're just a little chip of the universe. So you put it out there because it is pure energy. You can feel it running through your body after you 5, 6, 7 minutes into sun gazing. You can feel the subtle the om through your body. Especially the cleaner your body is, the more detoxed your body is. Many people have reported healings from this practice. Eyesight improving. People completely removing cancer just simply from doing this. Diseases will go away. Remember, this is the sun. I mean, this is what the main energetic source on this planet. No sun, no planet. No life on this planet. So raw food is just step down light. If you can get it directly from the source, everything starts to go away with time and practice and patience with this. Going slowly. The pineal gland now is over the years of now me staring at the sun, and remember I was just telling you that it spirals in and hits you right in the sixth chakra. Well, that's the star from within. Everything that exists outside of the body exists inside of the body, and the sixth chakra is just a representation of the sun. So when you improve your vibration via cleansing your body, okay, you start to vibrate faster and quicker. And when your vibration's faster and quicker, it becomes easier and easier and easier to see the sun. Because the sun is just a mirror reflection of the sixth chakra, or the pineal gland, the diamond within, the sun within. And over time, when you stare at the sun, you actually develop. I remember one night I was doing my closed eye meditations before I go actually to sleep at night. And I closed my eyes and I was like, whoa, what is that? And it's this beautiful purple, bluish, greenish diamond. And sometimes it's the pine cone, right? Because the pineal gland can represent the pine cone as well. So it's either a diamond or a circle sun or a pine cone. And over the time of me staring at the sun, now the sun doesn't even have to shine for days. Because a lot of people are like, oh, that's just the aftermath of the sun, probably, because you stare at the sun all the time. But there can be days that can go by that sun doesn't shine during the rainy season. And I close my eyes and there's that beautiful blue diamond. And because sun gazing is such a high energetic practice, and this vortex is such a strong energetic area, it's a lot like being in a pyramid, it just comes back so fast. It will manifest. So you put it out there via energy, and then it catapults, sort of boomerangs back here in matter form, in the way you want. And I've just seen my life completely transform from the practice of sun gazing. And it's so easy and so simple.
It's free.
It's free. It's free. Here at Pharma Life, I don't like to sell all this kind of fancy stuff and take these goji berries, take, raw cacao, and take this and pay me for this. No, we sell a lifestyle. We sell here at Pharma Life, plugging you back into your energetic core. Walking barefoot, okay? That's another whole other series we can talk about. Walking barefoot, completely, the energies of Mother Earth, completely come up through the reflex points of your feet to heal you. And sun gazing, you know, it's basically just connecting that battery that you are, that energy that you are. And when you can connect to air, water, earth, and sun, and you clean your body out here with the raw foods, with the colonics, with the fasting, things just go away. People come here and things go away. Illnesses go away. Weight loss, fat just drops.
Yeah.
You know,
I've noticed
things
that already.
change. People lose their sunglasses.
Yeah.
People decide that they're not going to wear shoes as much anymore. They're going to walk barefoot at their park for 45 minutes or an hour. There is a tool that you don't have to use, but it can improve the beginning part of sun gazing, and that's these Egyptian healing rods. Here, I don't know if you can see this. They're like the Egyptian rods. Okay, and as I was saying before, in ancient Egypt, if you look at any of the pharaohs or the priests, they're all shown holding something and staring very still at something. And there's no question, generally in a very powerful stance with the left foot in front of the right. There's no question in my mind, and ancient texts have been discovered, that they were staring at the sun and placing visualizations in it, and basically changing their world.
Wow.
In the now, they would place a vision in the now, but it would change matter in the future. And the priests and the pharaohs used to do it, but they never told the other people what they did. And not until very recently did they discover what they were holding when they were staring at the sun, the priests and the pharaohs. And it was these ancient texts have been discovered in these Egyptian healing rods, exactly what they were holding.
Have they ever found any ones that they used in any of the tombs?
They have.
Wow.
They've excavated a lot of them. And what they were using were these
Like
exact metals.
Wow.
Copper on the right, because remember I was saying copper's the male energy. Well, copper's a male metal. Zinc is the feminine energy, or the receiving energy, and that is always held in the left hand. Okay? Now, filled in these Egyptian healing rods are crystals of different sizes. There's different pairs or sets of Egyptian healing rods. There's the largest crystal, which you've got right there, are very, very strong, powerful rods. Within a few minutes, you are just locked into a deep meditation.
You feel something from them.
And you feel the energy crawling up your arms. And it does some really amazing things. It can kind of ease and make things that much deeper. It can deepen the meditation of sun gazing. It can strengthen that life force energy that runs through your body. It enhances one's aura. And it can actually deepen a closed-eye meditation.
They feel more powerful than just crystals, I think.
Oh yeah, and they are. They're a lot more powerful because if you think copper and zinc are conduits, they're electromagnetic conduits, right? We use copper, wire to run electricity. And that's it's sharper, it's faster, it's a crisper way for electricity to move along lines. Well, copper, we're just electromagnetic energy. So when you're holding copper and zinc in your hand, now you become a sharper, quicker battery. You know?
I think I need them all day.
Yeah, you can actually exercise with them. You can barefoot walk holding them, and it actually, it really enhances the experience. It's pretty amazing. So this, I would have to say, as far as a gadget goes, is one of the most incredible gadgets. And they sell, if you go to reconnectfromwithin.com, they sell for around $250 to $350 a pair. But the great thing is this: it's not a plug-in. They're never going to degrade. You can hand these down to your children. They'll last forever, and they're incredible, powerful, transformational tools. Do you need them? Absolutely not. Sun gazing's a powerful enough experience.
Now, for people that are really into studies and proof, what sort of proof is there that this all works?
There is a book and a DVD out right now. There's a book called The Earth Was Flat that just came out that talks a little bit about the science behind this. There is a DVD coming out called Eat the Sun, which gives a little bit of information. It's not out yet. We've sent away for it. Science behind this, you know what? There's not a lot. I have to admit, there is not a lot. There's a lot more science behind barefoot walking. There is not a lot. I think one is going to have to go on a little bit of blind faith with this, and higher self and intuition with this. there's not a lot of science behind this. You know.
So there's a book called Light, Medicine of the Future.
Yes.
Have you read that? Written by a doctor.
Yeah.
It's not really about the sun though, it's about using certain colours that you look at. And
Right.
he's proven that, and you think, well, everything that's a colour comes from the sun too,
Absolutely.
doesn't it?
When you stare at the
Yeah.
sun, you're getting
You can see
you're getting all the far infrared rays. You're getting all the rainbow color spectrums. Basically, it's a form of light therapy as well.
Yep.
And you know, but people are like, well, you need a solarium to do that. And the science is out there that all that stuff works.
Yep.
Or people wear a certain set of glasses and it heals this organ or that organ. There's information out there that works, but then a lot of people say, well, but don't stare at the sun. But really, this is the free form. Why pay for all that gadgetry when all you have to do is just stare at the sun with your own naked eyes, and you're getting the same type therapy.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, again, there's not a whole lot of science at this point on staring at the sun and physiologically what changes it does to the body.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, I've met a lot of people that have completely transformed their lives from doing it though. You know, it's truly an amazing practice.
With meeting you guys that have been doing it for years, you guys look, and not just look amazing, but you have so much energy all day.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, you've just got it's just completely changed me. You know, I went from chronic fatigue syndrome now to having more than enough energy to work on this farm all day long, and then to do other things too.
Yeah.
And I need that at a healing center.
And there's so many people that are sick, but the problem is they don't have much money to heal themselves, and this is free. So people really need to start trying this out.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I would say this, if for some of you out there that you start staring at the sun and it just maybe doesn't completely call to you, sunbathe. Get in the sun. There is plenty of information and science out there that getting sun on your skin will help you heal your body. Don't use lotion. The reason for skin cancer is not the sun. It'll never be the sun. The sun is a giver of life. It's because all the chemicals in the lotions and toxic bodies and staying out too long and burning. There's three reasons. So if you start slowly, just like we talked about with sun gazing, a few seconds, low sun, sunrise, sunset. Same thing with sunbathing. 20 minutes front, 20 minutes back, until you train your skin to be able to take more and more sunlight. And then you're getting that light therapy, that color therapy all throughout your body. And we teach sunbathing here. We do, you know, there are people, we have private areas, and we tell people to naked sunbathe. Get it all over your body, because the information's all there for that. So if people have a major fear of the sun for sun gazing, we tell them naked sunbathe in a very private area so people don't see you here on the farm. And that is incredibly healing if done properly.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
All right. Well, you're very welcome.
Awesome.
All right. See you later, Farmer Life family.